Can you not
bad.
function with it in just one ear?
It's
Take
very
one off.
disconcerting.
Have you never seen the episode on Saved by the Bell where the Zack Attack records and they just put one hand over one ear so they can hear themselves better? And they're not inexplicably not even wearing headphones.
And also, they're bad and not singing for real.
No, you don't. Okay, first off, are you serious, Clark? My childhood, up in smoke. I thought we were friends forever. Not anymore.
I'm going to buy some new headphones.
Okay, I think it's less about the headphones and more about
This
it's the connector.
has never happened before. What's happening right now? It's like
I'm so tempted to keep all of that in there. I'm keeping it because that
it's just chaos.
it's like
I can't. My sound keeps switching from one ear to the other.
What's
to the other.
What's the Zack Attack ballad? It's not How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, because the part where Zack and Kelly dance for the last time before the next first time, if you know what I mean. Spoiler alert, guys, they get back together and they get married in Vegas. But there's the twin Slater just steps in and is like, where's Zack? We can't perform without Zack. And Jesse's like, just do it. And he goes, well, they said you were leaving. Someone took your heart away. And they sing How Am I Supposed to Live Without You while Zack and Kelly dance by the picnic table.
It was his moment.
It was his moment.
He seized it.
That was his audition tape for Access Hollywood. That's how he got it.
Totally. Hi.
No, hold on.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of the Zack Attack songs. Obviously, Friends Forever. Come on. The one that Zack writes with the publicist, where he's like, splash of lightning coming from your eyes.
Okay.
I get the feeling that I'm hypnotized.
Okay, yeah.
And they go, wow, wow. And they know it right off the
Vaguely
rip.
familiar.
But what's the
I have no
ballad?
idea. How
All right.
about we intro, though, in case we have any new listeners in 2025? You want to intro?
Hey, guys, this is Talkin' Morris with Barndon and Arshley. No, hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts and a new year.
Yeah.
This is Brandon here, and I'm one half of it.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 130 of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcast.
we
I don't know
don't
which
know.
one it is. 5, 6, 7? I don't know. But what day is it?
That
what
song that I
time
was
is
singing,
it?
that song that I was singing is called "Love Me Now." Love me now, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Okay. Also, what year is it? Who are you? Who am I? Happy 2025, guys. A space odyssey. It's the first episode of the new year, 2025. Oh, Brandon, he can't move on. He's high-centered until he figures this out. This is how we function.
Okay.
There it is.
Together.
Yep.
Here you go. Come on, Lisa. No, that's Kelly. Just a bunch of 38-year-old session vocalists.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway,
did we ever
guys.
have a chance?
Nope. Nope, we didn't. So yeah, guys, 2025. Saying that feels weird. When we were kids, what did you think would be happening in 2025, Brandon? What do you think we'd look out the window and see?
Well, first off, flying cars were already a thing. Hoverboards,
Yeah.
automatic laces.
Household robots.
Really, my entire life was built around Back to the Future, too.
Back to the Future and the Jetsons.
Well, no.
I envisioned something like the Jetsons. Star Wars, even. And we have none of those things. We do have Siri. We have Alexa.
First off, you sound like a rube, and I'll tell you why. Because Star Wars happened a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, not in the future.
Right.
If you subscribe to the idea that time is linear, which I don't. Okay? Because, guys, but listen, it's folding over on itself.
Just like me.
I'm a
2025.
beach chair in the wind, just off into the sunset. But no, listen, Back to the Future 2
Right.
showed me what a future could be.
Yep.
And what is this?
What is this?
Instead, what is this Minority Report future we live in? Yeah, there's touch screens,
Right.
but
We got Siri,
eye transplants.
Alexa.
You know the worst part of that scene in Minority Report?
The snot coming
No.
out the surgeon's nose.
No, it's how good that sandwich looked that he was gonna eat. And then he got the bunk one.
It was moldy.
I hate a waste of a food in a movie. Like when Kevin McAllister sits down with his delightful mac and cheese and milk.
Yep.
Doesn't touch it.
Right.
Doesn't touch it.
Right.
And then Tom Cruise eats a rancid sandwich.
Yeah.
Band name.
Good name.
Rancid sandwich.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since we've recorded.
And it's already a rancid sandwich.
It's already a rancid sandwich. We did that because last week we were traveling a little bit, both of us, and we haven't even connected since Christmas, Brandon.
It's been great.
But last week we re-aired a classic
Quotes. Can you guys hear how big these air quotes are?
from 2022. And I realized after the fact that I was very ill when we recorded that. My voice sounded like trash.
Throw a dart.
Sorry, guys.
Throw a dart at a recipe. Recipe? Episode.
Oh, wow.
Oh, redacted.
Yeah.
No, throw a dart at one of our episodes and you're sick.
In the winter.
You can't swing a dead cat in here
Right.
without hitting an episode when you're sick.
Well, I have 3 children. We got a lot of germs.
Again, to go back to our classic episodes, your fault. Decisions that you
It's
were
a good
made.
episode. I just sound bad. I think the longer the episode goes, I sound a little bit better, but we shared some classic holiday memories. We reviewed Lohan's first Christmas movie from Netflix,
Yeah.
Falling for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so it's a good episode. I just want to apologize for the quality of my voice. Anyway, we haven't connected since Christmas. So Christmas in brief, we spent at Mom and Dad's house.
Guys, I spent Christmas in briefs. And honestly,
The best day ever.
not as great for everyone else. I had a heck of a time. Wonderful.
happy as Christmas.
Happy as Christmas. If you come down this chimney, listen, guys, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you want to experience Yuletide,
Yes.
briefs.
Briefs.
Just briefs.
I disagree.
Okay, well,
But
that's why you're a Scrooge year round and I'm
in briefs right now.
a Cratchit.
There's a classic episode.
Well,
Okay. So yeah, we all gathered at Mom and Dad's house, which is arguably
go ahead.
arguably the favorite day of the year.
It's yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, come on.
We always have matching pajamas. This year, we had matching T-shirts that said "Take Me Back to Oklahoma."
We did.
From your merch store,
Yeah. Hey guys,
because it's a song that Brandon wrote.
do you know what I love?
What?
I could show you the stats of sales of those shirts on my merch store.
We have the most.
Heavily weighted in the Birdwell family thing. Now that's not to say that there's not been some purchases, and I
Sure.
appreciate them. But
Merch purchase.
guys, you buy them.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause-
great T-shirt.
Because I have a room full of them. I
Yeah.
don't. They're they're print to order. But someone has a room full of the things to make them.
Yeah. So buy them, guys. They're very comfy. We had the orange ones. So if you're an O State fan, perfect. So we wore those. We had great food, per usual.
Per usual.
Brekkie Cass. Best breakfast casserole this side of the Mississippi.
Once a year I get it. Once
So-
a year I'm allowed in myself to get it.
Jeff brought the red chili put on there.
Always does.
Yeah.
The man brings the spice.
Yeah, it does. We took a post presents opening walk, which was a terrible idea on my part. Both of us were wearing slides.
Yeah, but you know,
We didn't come ready to walk
mean,
around the neighborhood.
I always come ready to walk.
But I had on socks with my slides, much like I do today.
I didn't.
I am still nursing my blister from Christmas Day walk. How
Really?
sad. It's between my toes. I couldn't even wear flip-flops on vacation.
Now you know how.
Woe is me.
Now you know how Mary felt.
Mary, the mother of our Lord.
Walking, riding a donkey, sleeping outside. You know, sometimes you got to put yourself close to the source material.
Oh, sure.
You got to experience it. And you said, you know what? Mary went through some stuff.
Right.
Let's walk in slides. Just to get our finger on the pulse of the season. Guys, let's really trudge it out. Here we go. And then I just to get a
We
real
mapped
feel.
out the distance
Just to
that it
get-
took to get to Bethlehem.
Yeah, just to get a real feel, I knocked on a bunch of doors so people would go, no.
We have no room.
There's guys, no. And I go, but my sister, she's in slides. At least some myrrh. Can I get some myrrh? I smell, this house reeks of frankincense, sir. And don't make me ask for the other one. Okay? Because I know you've got it. Let's really get grounded in the season. Pop on some Crocs and go shimmying through the neighborhood. We wish you a Merry Blisters. Guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, let's talk gifts for a minute.
Okay.
Because I feel like we do this at the end of every Christmas celebration. He's wiping tears. So am I. Okay. We do this at the end of every Christmas celebration, but we say inevitably, best Christmas ever. You and Lindsay gifted me a Nordstrom gift card, which sponsor us.
Which was
Nordstrom.
Which was the most thoughtful gift.
It was. You guys know I love a Nordstrom gift card. We got one for Lindsay, but
I made it. It doesn't even work.
It's made from crayons, guys.
You'll notice that Nordstrom is misspelled, and the code on it, it's 7. Good luck buying your hosiery now, madam.
From Lordstrom's.
I will accept it. I have some red hose that I cut a leg off of.
You can have them for free.
No, I will be requesting the card back. and regifting it next year, and it'll be 17 now because I'll just write a 1 next to it.
Oh, no.
Lordstrom's is still kicking. It hasn't gone Blornkrupt yet.
Welcome to the first episode of 2025 where we just giggle. Okay. So you got me that, but you also got me something that I know required a lot of work on Lindsay's part.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think you had nothing to do.
Let us not give me credit for this. It's an awesome gift, but
It's so good.
I was in the corner making the Blordstrom's card. I didn't have time.
Yeah. Well, Lindsay and I had been talking about Christmases past where back in the 80s, guys, if you were around, it was very popular.
Which all of you were, because no young people listen to us.
Well, we got a couple Gen Z listeners from time to time. Not today, not ever again. But Lindsay and I were talking about how it was very trendy in the 80s to go to a fabric store, purchase a yard of Christmas fabric, and cut out like whatever design, like a poinsettia, a snowman, whatever.
Sure.
And then you would iron it onto a Hanes sweatshirt.
Has to be a Hanes.
And outline
a Hanes or a Fruit of the Loom.
Or of an FTL. And then you would outline it in glitter paint, puff paint.
Puff paint.
Well, and I said, and then you would wear it with stirrup pants. And I said, what I wouldn't give for one of those t-shirts from my youth, sweatshirts. So I opened this gift and lo and behold, there is a...
Lo and behold.
There is a vintage...
How is that not a Christmas movie?
Oh, it's next year, because you know she'll do one. It is a green, faded from the years.
Yeah.
80s vintage Hanes sweatshirt with a poinsettia.
Yeah.
With glitter paint, guys.
Can I tell you...
Vintage from Poshmark.
Can I tell you, when that shipment came in my house and was opened...
The moths
a mushroom
and the
cloud
dust.
of white diamonds came out of there.
White Diamonds by Estee Lauder.
My house, it's Elizabeth Taylor. My house smelled of Meemaw for like a week because that shirt, there's not enough Tide Pods in the world. There's not enough.
It's still a little musty. I'm going to wash it again.
Dude. It came like, it's like someone finished going through the buffet at Shady Acres and then took it off and like shipped it. It was like...
It's been sitting in a box with mothballs for decades.
Welcome to 2025, where Ashley is dressing exclusively in Meemaw core.
Guys, it's perfection. Please expect... The only thing that makes me sad is it's January now and I can't wear it for 11 months. But you best believe that when... Christmas season rolls around next year, you're going to see me in it every day. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wear it with a turtleneck.
Yeah, you are. No,
Dickie.
Where I was going to say Dickie. Don't let's not add fabric to a scenario that does not require it. Let's get comfy.
It's a little itchy, so I might need a full turtleneck.
Yeah, well, if it's itchy, you don't.
It's the glitter paint.
Also, you don't need direct skin contact with the Mima sweater because we've got a bog of eternal stench scenario.
It's gonna fuse to my skin.
Yeah.
But it's perfect. I love it. I love it so much.
Sure.
I kind of want to hang it where I can look at it all year. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just for smiles.
That's a decision.
So that's what you guys got me. Perfect gifts for me. And we got you a pasta maker.
You did.
What do we call it? A maker?
Machine. It's like
Roller?
I'm the pasta maker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to give it too much
pasta.
credit.
Well, but it's also like a pasta roller / cutter.
Cutter.
Yeah.
Well, but then we also got you the handheld cutter
The ravioli cutter.
for the ravioli.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you sent me pics and videos. They're working?
Fantastic.
Yay.
It's great. It's I don't have to go. First off,
Yeah.
I don't have to spend an hour and a half rolling it out to get it thin. You go through the roller. It took a couple tries to get it right.
Of course.
Now I think I've got it.
Okay.
And the roller, and then it cuts it perfectly. It's great. And
Can you adjust the width of the noodle?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's two settings. Like there's like a thin noodle and then like a whatever,
thicker.
a thicker noodle.
So it's not super fancy, but
It's great. I mean, it looks like the ones you see Nona's using.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it
good
works.
reviews.
It works great. It's awesome. I've used it a handful of times. It's wonderful.
oh, that makes me so happy.
Pretty good.
You're gonna have to make some. for me.
And I don't, because of the ravioli cutter, I don't have to go around with a fork and crimp them all because it seals it. It
Love it.
does it.
Yay!
It's great.
Well, there's another gift that I totally forgot about that came like 2 days ago.
For me?
Yes. Also,
Shut
I
up.
forgot it though.
This sucks.
I forgot it. But I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's an apron, and it took so long because it's personalized. It says "Yes, Chef."
Yay. YA?
YAS.
Come on.
Yes, Chef.
I have one right
You're
now.
going to wear it over your kimono
Well, I have one right now.
or under.
That I wear that mom had made for me years ago, and it's always getting so dirty that Lindsay takes it and throws it in the washer, and then I go to cook again and I dig it out of the washer and put it back
it on wet?
So it's it's sitting in the washer ready to go.
Got it.
But then I go, no, Daddy's got to cook, and I'm wearing my kimono, so I can't get splashback on it.
No.
And so,
Goodness.
but it's nice to have a second one. But the one that mom gave me just says Bebo on it and
Yes.
flames, and it is straight out of Flavor Town. And so I'll cycle this one in with it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll have
it
my
has
bear.
some leather on it.
I'll have my no.
It's leather. There's some leather.
Shut up.
It's
It's like a legit.
So I don't know how you wash it, but good luck with that. But it says "Yes, Chef."
You don't wash it
Ever.
You hang it up
It's
year
dark
round so
colored,
that you
so-
can look at it.
Yeah. Well, you figure it out.
If it smells like white diamonds, I'm sending it back.
Man, I hope it does. Anyway, I'm sorry. I totally meant to bring it, but I forgot. That's where we're at today.
Guys, what that means is she doesn't have it. She ordered it, and now she's pretending like she has it in
Every
hand.
time I see you, no.
So what? The apron's in the mail. It's such a kick it down the road thing, and then she's gonna give it to me next Christmas.
Yeah, look what I got for you this year.
It showed up,
Yeah.
and I'd go, okay,
Here's your Blordsman's.
enjoy,
Blordstrom.
enjoy it.
Back again. Okay, then the 26th, we went to Deb and Dave, Jeff's parents' home for Feliz Navidad presents. We had all of the delicious tamales.
Yeah.
All the pozole, the chili, I want it all the time. Okay.
Well, we didn't cover the 24th where Nelson made his beef Nellington?
You didn't cover it. That's right, because we didn't record. Okay, beef Nellington. That's the new tradition.
It was the best. Well, it's the new tradition till it's not.
Yeah.
Nelson's like me in that like he just gets and like Jeff too. It's like he gets a wild hair to be like, I want to make this, I want to make that.
Yep.
And just when he perfects a thing is when he gets bored and he wants to do another thing, which is great.
No,
which is
love
great.
the Nellington.
Well, because we get
it fresh.
Selfishly, I get to eat all of the new things.
Yeah.
And he knows how much I am a disgusting person around the holidays,
Sure,
and so he always sends me.
What you hope for your daughter?
Well,
in marriage, I hope my gal marries a disgusting person.
just around the holidays, and it was pre-negotiated.
Okay, as
Listen,
long as he knew what he was getting into.
just so you know, sir, I'm pretty gross. Couple months a year. I'm pretty gross.
May I have your daughter's hand?
So,
Sure.
but this was the best Nellington he's ever made.
Oh.
Spot on. Unbelievable.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. I mean,
That is an intimidating dish.
if it's a lot of moving parts.
Lot.
And it's a lot of like, granted, you can temp it and do the thing. He borrowed my Bluetooth thermometer that you put in and you can track it on your phone, which is great. But even still, it's like you don't know what's going on in there.
No.
You got to crust up the puff paste.
Yep.
You got to make a mushroom duxelle,
Yeah.
which is a fancy word for a bunch of ground up mushrooms.
Yep.
You got to get your prosciutto. You got to get your good mustard.
Good.
Okay. And when you cut into that Nellington,
good.
what a bummer if it's just gross overcooked. But I'll tell you what, when he did, come on.
Right.
Lo and behold. Because this thing is Herbie fully loaded. All I'm saying is that his beef Nellington was fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Gosh, my favorite though. Did you watch Summer Heights High, right?
Yes.
Did you watch the spinoff, Jamae, Private Schoolgirl?
No, I didn't.
It's great because it's just focused on Jamae. And she has a whole thing where her fetch she's trying to make happen is quiche. She's like, it's so quiche. And she's trying to make quiche happen. It's better than fetch. Quiche. I refer to things as quiche more often than I probably should around here.
Oh, okay.
This kimono is quiche.
It's probably got quiche on it.
It has quiche
At this point.
on it,
In the pockets.
in it,
Around
it. My favorite thing about my kimono.
Up under it.
My favorite thing about my
What?
kimono is that it came without a belt.
Yeah. Open.
Openkimono.com.
Don't go to it.
Anyway, go ahead. You were to the 27th.
To the 27th, which was a day at home, but then we all went our separate ways. So what have you been up to since we talked? I know you've had some travel as well, and I'm dying to hear about you and Lindsay's trip.
So I didn't just travel through space. We traveled through time. And I got to tell you, this was a conversation that happened a while back with our friends, the Kushels and the Culbersons.
Hi,
now,
guys. Dear friends.
Spoiler alert, the Kushels wound up not being able to go because Teddy Teddy got streppy. No, older Teddy.
Oh, older Teddy.
Got the strep throat.
Oh.
So they had to bow out.
Right.
But that we decided with the Culbersons, no, we press on.
We're doing
in
it.
honor of.
Yeah.
In honor of. And guys, we mounted our loyal steed.
Yeah.
Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah.
Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
And we set off to medieval times. And when I tell you,
In Dallas, Texas.
this is my first time going to medieval times.
I've never been. So I'm dying to hear.
Well, listen. It is a relic of a time past. And by medieval times, I mean the 1980s, where someone in probably a cocaine-fueled brainstorming session said, you know what? Let's get a huge piece of property in a large metropolitan area. And let's serve mediocre catered food while dudes joust with each other and a king and queen look on.
Preside
over the events. And that's what they did. And it still stands to this day, not just in one city, in numerous cities across this great
metro
land.
areas.
I walk in and immediately my brain starts going, how many square feet is this? What are they paying for this? How much is a ticket? How are they doing this? But as I'm saying that, some dude walks up and goes, welcome, my lord. And I'm like, what? And then so we figure it out. We go through the thing.
Yeah.
We get assigned to the green section.
So you don't get to choose in advance.
I don't know.
You probably could if you knew what you were doing.
A winch gave me a card, is what I'm saying. And I said, thank you, winch.
Are they all in character?
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Every one of them.
Good.
Because
you want that. You want the full
it's
thing.
my lord, my lady, this way, my liege.
Yeah.
And I walk in feeling high on the hog.
Yeah.
Who's ready to serve me a mutton shank? Daddy's been riding for 3.5 hours and needs some sustenance.
So did you guys meet dear friends there, or did you pick them up on the way?
We met ahead of time. We went and met them. They were at a at a modern day bar down the street.
Right.
And then they hopped in the DeLorean with us and we went back. They hopped in a phone booth and we went back.
Yeah.
And landed in the fiefdom. And we go in, get assigned the green, we go sit down. Okay. They give us the spiel. You're only allowed to eat with your hands. But
did they give you some kind of
an
accoutrement?
But they do serve Pepsi products,
sure.
Which is such a joke from the cable guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, yes, they started us up with some, what our guy kept saying is dragon's blood.
Ew.
But it was Campbell's tomato soup. Okay.
Oh.
With a Texas toast from Sam's Club. Modern day Sam's Club.
Sponsor us, Sam's Club.
I ate it all.
Sponsor Campbell's.
We ate it all. And
dragon's blood?
That's what he said. And then he comes back and says, no, I've got some dragon wings or legs. And it was chicken. And then it's a potato. He's like, dragon, blah, blah. Everything was dragon. Everything was dragon. See, we kept going back to the dragon well a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we drew a veteran in our section because I saw some others really selling it.
Oh.
That's okay, though.
Right.
The eclair I didn't eat.
There was an eclair.
And honestly, historical, I don't know if an eclair was invented at this point. Someone would have to Google it. But Texas toast for sure was.
Are you in France? Is this France? Because that's a French dessert.
Given the accents that were being used, we're in a theater class. Because
in Dallas.
Because none of them...
A little bit of a Texas twang.
You're right. And then just... It's like, that's not in. It's like,
just
talk
wheezing.
me. What are you doing? So we get set up and the events begin.
Oh, I saw a picture. You were wearing a crown.
Yeah, it was green.
Did they? Okay, I was going to say, they give you a color.
Dole them out.
Sure.
You get them.
Yeah.
There's a whole family in front of us lined up with all friends and everything. And there's a Gigi, we'll call her.
Yeah.
Buzzing around. Because she was the grandma of the family. And she was so crindy, it was crazy. Like this, that, the other, couldn't stop. But you could tell that and we find out that her granddaughter, Evelyn, who's theme dressed, this was her Christmas present.
Oh, Evelyn was having the night of her life.
Yeah, but also kind of sad. So I'm just saying.
Evelyn's going to grow up to be in Renaissance fairs. This is her whole situation.
Which I do, which I could get my head around being a Ren Fair person. But I'm just saying, I hope she got a Blordstrom's also. But that's where she...
I am just wheezing.
That's where she got her dress.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's darling.
The events began.
Question, was it full? Was the arena full?
Couldn't have been more full.
Okay, good.
Packed.
You want that.
Although, roomy. You have your table. You got your space. It's fine.
You're eating with hands, no utensils.
No utensils.
Even for the soup?
Not allowed. The guy did a bit where he goes, okay, everybody do this. And then he slapped his hands together and goes, okay, you've just cleaned your utensils. And we're like, hey! So, the events began.
Right.
The queen and the king, they come to the stage, to stage, their area. And they start with the night of feasting and revelry that you will never forget. They do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the first event is dressage. Horse dancing. Horse trainers make their horses dance to the center of the arena.
Yes.
Majestic. If they were better at it. So it was the Blordstrom of horse dancing. They do it and it's fine.
Sure.
And then they take the horses out. Then out comes, and this is what took me by surprise.
Oh, a dragon.
A falconer. With a falcon in the hood on her arm. Prances out.
Female falconer.
Band name. Prances out to the middle of the arena.
Yeah.
Struts.
Yeah.
Majestic birds fly as wild as roses. And then they go, for your safety.
Oh.
Please do not taunt the bird.
Oh.
Remain in your seats. And then my head's immediately like, I'm losing both of my eyes at medieval times.
Look out, Evelyn.
This bird is coming for my eyes.
Yeah.
So the bird starts to fly and it's dusting, like sweeping over our heads.
Yeah.
And it flies for a good 5 minutes. And I'm like, what else is this bird going to do? It's just going.
Yeah.
And I just keep thinking what the insurance premiums on a falconer in a crowded arena, because that bird could go, like, if that bird was disgruntled.
Yeah. Hungry even? What's stopping the bird from swooping down and taking somebody's chicken leg?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Is the answer. So the bird goes, eventually is done, and the lady leaves. And we made it.
Yeah.
We made it through the falconry. So that happens.
Right.
Then the tournament is set to begin.
Are there 4 sections, 4 colors?
There's 8.
Oh, my.
To the point that they start doubling up colors. There's a red knight, but there's also a red and yellow knight, which is like, there's more colors.
Yeah, go with the purple.
Someone get Pantone on the line. Maybe.
Cornflower blue.
Maybe at that time, they were being historically accurate. There were only a certain number of colors that you could make in nature by crushing up berries and such.
Oh.
But Texas toast was at the ready. So they come out, they start doing battle.
Yeah.
Our Green Knight, he's pretty good.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
Do you have a cheer?
All I'm thinking is, they taught it to us. And so the Green Knight wins his first battle.
Hey.
And he does like jousting with the ring. He does all the things. Green Knight's in the lead. Yeah. He's doing pretty great.
Yeah.
And we get deeper into the tournament. People start getting eliminated. Green Knight's still standing. By the way, they all have this long, stringy, greasy hair that I can only think about them like walking into a CVS like this. It's like, you live in 2024, fellas. Right. You live like this? All like I spent the whole time being like, what do you think these guys' lives are like?
Right, during the day.
What do they do whenever
Because is this enough to support them?
A performer makes like 30,000 plus, I think.
How do you know? Did you Google it?
I did. Well, once I got back in the current days, I Googled it. I couldn't there.
No.
I couldn't there. So I made a note on a bit of parchment.
Parchment.
So they do the thing.
Yeah.
They fight.
Green's still in it.
Eventually, the red knight betrays the alliance. Kills a man. Kills him at the center of the arena. To this point, it's been very sporting.
I was going to say, do they fight to the death?
We yield. But we fight, but we yield. But the Red Knight commits murder in front of the whole group.
Oh, in front of Evelyn.
In front of Evelyn saw it. She saw a man die.
Oh,
and Gigi's standing up.
Yeah.
Is Evelyn okay? Did I buy her a front row ticket to a murder for Christmas?
Yeah.
That's way worse than a Blordstrom's card. I'm sure she would have killed for a pasta maker, but then we got another murder on our hands. So the man dies. He lays dying, and then he has a whole back and forth with the Lord of the land, the king, and he's saying, "Your alliance, it's not good." Yeah. And the king's like, "Sure is."
Yeah.
Ask the green section, and we're like, "Shut up, Red Knight."
Down.
Back to your mom's
Red
basement.
Knight's going down.
Right. And so we have this whole thing, and then it comes down. These two in the finals.
Green and red.
The Green Knight, well, Merry Christmas, and the Green Knight, fighting with valor and honor.
Sure.
The Red Knight, a full-on betrayer. They fight.
Yeah.
The Green Knight strikes him down.
Oh, so Green was victorious.
Emerges victorious. So here's the one thing. Our section on our first trip to medieval times wins.
Oh.
Then I see the Green Knight disappear. And then out of nowhere, he starts walking up.
Oh, no.
Walks up into our section. One row in front of us.
To Evelyn?
And he goes to Evelyn and says he's going to crown her the queen of the green, essentially. The land.
Evelyn.
Evelyn's losing it.
Listen, I want to tell you right now, I have goosebumps.
Evelyn's losing it.
Oh, I'm tearing up for Evelyn.
Gigi is bawling her eyes out.
Oh, I'm crying for Evelyn.
And I see Gigi go, Evelyn! And then I'm not joking.
So sweet.
Her sweet father, who had harangued and wrangled all of her friends to medieval times, I watched right as this happened. Gigi screaming Evelyn. Evelyn's freaking out and getting a sash put on and a crown. And I watched her dad finish the last third of his beer. To steal his nerves for the aftermath of his daughter being granted ownership over an entire section. So the Green Knight.
I'm so happy for Evelyn.
Me too. And so the Green Knight leaves. And Gigi's so excited. But spoiler alert, cut ahead. Brooke, who was just so funny, like made it a point to go over to her and say, "You're a great grandma." You're to the Gigi. It was so funny, but it was like the most adorable thing ever. Like Brooke needed to tell her.
I would have told her, yes.
I know. So would Crendy. That's the whole thing. So then afterwards, I realize I heckled and yelled a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Like there was a little kid right by me who'd be like, yeah, get out of here, Red. And I'd be like, yeah, get out of here, Red.
You got swept up.
100%. And then we left and I can't ever go back because if I ever go back and my
You're
night
losing.
doesn't win,
Yeah.
bummer.
Yours
if
is
I
gonna
don't
be
have
the
an
betrayer.
If I don't have an Evelyn scenario right in front of me, bummer. Think how boring it was for the Yellow Knight section. Their knight was eliminated in round 1.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get the joust thing through the winter ring thing. Dork.
Yeah.
Noob.
You had a mountaintop medieval times experience.
Apex medieval times mountain.
Yes.
One and done.
Yeah.
One shot.
Right.
I'm out of here.
Right. I'm glad it was good though.
I-
It was a fun night of revelry.
And then went back to the hotel where we were staying at and just got a bowling lane because there's a bowling alley there.
Ooh.
I bowled a 162.
Hey.
Come on.
Perfect night.
I was bowling with the strength and power of the Green Knight at my back.
I love it. I think it's great.
Listen, I have nothing but positive things to say about medieval times. Medieval
Sponsor
times.
us, medieval times. We'll be
Please.
the king and queen for the night. Maybe the prince and princess, because we're brother and sister. That's weird. Although they did that back then. So historically accurate, currently incredibly creepy.
Yeah.
Well, I love that. Last Saturday, we went, I've mentioned this before, but Jeff's parents are part of a vacation club in Mexico, and they're so generous and they share it with us on the holidays. And we've been before with you guys and Jess
I
and Levi.
was, when all of your other friends couldn't make it, when all of your other friends got strep,
Right.
I was invited to carry the bags.
Yes.
No, it was so
errand boy.
fetch me my whatever.
Sunscreen.
Another Mai Tai.
Okay, but this year we went back to near Cancun, an area called Puerto Morelos.
Sure.
And it's just beautiful and we love it and we feel spoiled by it and they're so generous. But it's always so funny to me when we go because we fly through Dallas and the plane from Oklahoma City to Dallas has the big entertainment screen on the backs of the seats, but the flight from Dallas to Cancun does not. So on this flight, Hope's headphone jack was broken in her screen thing, but mine wasn't. So we plugged hers into mine. She was trying to watch Barbie.
Sure.
We spent the better part of that 45-minute flight trying to sync the video on hers with the sound on mine. And we were just rolling. And I think the people behind us were A, annoyed, but B, they couldn't look away. Brandon, it took us about 27 tries, but we synced it. It was perfect. Perfection.
Travel with a splitter.
I don't know what that is.
I
do know what that is.
It's right there in the name.
Well,
What's a refrigerator do?
Okay.
What's a toaster do?
Okay. But anyway, that was a funny thing. On that flight, something also happened that it was notable. So we're sitting in the row right behind the exit row. Mm-hmm. There is a jump seat for the flight attendant facing us.
Hate it.
Hate it.
So close.
So awkward.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm just pedal jumping.
Enjoying the flight. And it's such a short flight, they don't do beverage service.
Did you get it synced up?
Right. So she comes in, as we start our descent, she comes and buckles in. The next thing she does, Brandon, crosses herself.
Oh, no.
Crosses herself.
I don't need you. I need you to feel good about this.
Because I look at the flight attendants, anytime there's even a whiff of turbulence.
Are we good?
I look at them. And they can't betray
No.
what's going on the inside.
No, I'm trying to
There was a little bit of turbulence. She crossed herself.
I'm trying to clock your body language, flight attendant.
I'm glad that you know the Lord, but I don't want to see that right now.
No, I need to know that you're like, he can take a break.
Captain's got this.
Captain's got this. The Lord's on break.
Listen, it was very disconcerting.
Sure.
Meanwhile, she's 3 feet away from me.
Yeah. Does she know
looking
what
at
she
my
did?
face. I think it was just
Listen.
robotic. I don't know.
That's why I fly Southwest, because they're too busy singing songs and doing bits.
They're going to make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
This was American, and it was no joke.
Well,
Listen.
I don't like that.
No, I didn't like that either. Okay, also, so we get into Dallas. There was some weather in Dallas, so we're
Like,
super delayed.
you might as well be sitting there doing the breathing into a brown paper sack thing.
Right.
Flight attendant.
Head between the knees. No, thank you.
Just praying the rosary.
Rosary. Yeah, that was the next step.
Just every bump going, hiya! What is that? I'm 1 week from retirement. Not now.
It's never been this bad.
Yeah. Worst flight ever.
Why aren't the masks coming down?
Where did all the mini liquor bottles go? Captain!
Seriously, it was very disconcerting. And there was turbulence. I was gripping the seat. I do not do well with turbulence.
I'm not a fan of
I
it.
feel very out of control. Because I am.
If given a la carte the option whether to take turbulence, I'll check no.
I'll take no.
I'll check no.
Okay, on the flight. Okay, so we were in Dallas for quite a while because there was some bad weather in Dallas. But traveling with Jeff Engle, we have access to the Admirals Club.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
not so bad in there.
No.
It's not so bad. Crudité,
Crudite?
unlimited lattes,
Late?
Bloody Mary. Also, and I thought of Lindsay, unlimited Swedish fish in a Dixie cup.
She's kind of off the Swedish fish.
I know she is, but I still think of her every time. Used to be her favorite candy. Guys.
Listen, here's the problem with the Admirals Club. You ready?
I never get to go to it unless I'm with my husband.
That's part of the problem. I'm never with it unless I'm with my husband. Yes. No, I've been,
yeah.
the handful of times that I've been allowed. Sir, no jorts in the Admirals Club. That's what I get told. And I say, well, it's my jorts or nothing.
Yeah.
And which is it going to be? So the problem with the Admirals Club is
Okay.
everybody in there is less interesting to watch because they're all...
It's true.
Because most of them have their lives together. I like
Sure.
to sit at the Chili's too, and I like to watch the people.
Yes.
Because that's where you get,
People watching in an airport is
but not in the Admirals Club.
unmatched.
Because everybody in the Admirals Club is like, oh God, we're just trying to get where we're going. Everything's fine.
Right.
Feels like.
Right.
But then people,
Designer shoes.
my people,
Yeah.
the jorts generation, we're out here
Yeah.
crushing an awesome blossom.
Yeah. Annie Ann's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a to-go taco to take on the plane.
Yeah. There was a guy in front of me who did that.
I've done it.
Don't like that.
I did it once. I was suckered into doing it because two of my friends said they would split a 3 taco plate with me, Clark and Andy.
Yeah. Hi,
And I
guys.
get on a plane with them after they told me, we'll split that with you. That sounds good. I get on the plane and it's like they've coordinated it ahead of time. They both look at me and go, who brings that onto an airplane? And so I have to sit here and shame eat my taco platter. It was delicious,
Yeah.
but probably not as delicious as their experience watching me have to do it in front of everyone on the plane.
Stinking up the whole
Hating
plane.
me. And that was before I even got to the hard-boiled eggs I brought from home.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday and a hard-boiled kicker.
So we were in that for a while, but then we get on the flight to the Cancun airport. There is a group of gals in front of us, Brandon. Talk about people watching. These gals were on a gals trip. They had matching shirts that said drinks well with others. I don't know how.
That's one of our best sellers at Nordstrom's.
I don't know how many cocktails they ordered on the flight. There was the limit. Whatever the limit is,
Yeah.
they reached it.
Keep them coming.
They cheersed each other so many times. And I was so here for it. They were so fun and so funny and so loud. And I desperately wanted them to be at our hotel, at our resort for the week so that I could continue watching them. And they weren't. I wanted to see if indeed they would drink well with others. I assume so.
I'm positive they do. That's just modern day wassailing. Is just they were really tropical holidays.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you, ladies? And they did. They absolutely did. But we got there and it was super late that night because we had been delayed and we're sitting there getting all checked in. And as you know, it's all inclusive. So once you get through that gate, you're good for the week. And that's what's so great about it, right?
Yeah.
You just can totally unplug and food and drink are taken care of. So while we're sitting there, this guy brings me the best margarita of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because it was a long day. I don't know if it's because I was thirsty.
It's probably all of it.
It was the best margarita I've ever had. It was rimmed with tahini.
Sure. I like a tahine.
I've decided 2025 is the year of tahine. I'm putting it on everything.
Tahine, okay.
I'm sprinkling it on it.
Okay, it's your year of
sodium.
tahine. Like, it's not tahine on the come up, because tahine's been a thing.
I know. I'm saying for myself.
Got it. Okay.
Sprinkling it on everything.
I'm just not trying.
Everything. It was so good.
It's a good little accoutrement. It's a good little
Spice.
flavor. I like
Best marg of my life.
tahine on a like an elote.
Oh,
Great.
yes.
Great. Tajin.
I want that right now.
Tajin.
Tajin. But some funny things. People watching at the resort is also top tier.
Love it.
And I should start by saying that this year on this trip, I was a reading fool. I read, Brandon, are you prepared for the number of novels I read on this trip? 7. 7.
How long were they?
Between 300 and 400 pages. Shorter, but quick reads.
That's not shorter. That's a good sized novel.
Psychological thrillers.
Okay.
And I didn't know that's what I needed. But for Christmas, one of my larger gifts from Crindy and Harry was a Kindle Paperwhite. Mm-hmm. I am obsessed with it.
It's great. My only beef with a Kindle is that I like a physical book. I like the feel of it. And I like to once I conquer it, I mount it on a shelf and I beat you, book.
Right. And I will do that.
But for convenience of travel and all the things, it's tough to beat. It's tough to beat a Kindle.
It has a nice warm glow. I can read it when Jeff...
easy to read. It's not like reading off a normal screen. Mm-hmm.
There's no glare in the sun, like an iPad. Gosh, it was... guys, sponsor us, Kindle Paperwhite. Or Amazon. I'll take it.
Or Kindle Jenner. Anyone...
Sponsors Kindle. But I read 7 novels. Guys,
Sponsor us, Kendall Jackson. Just... Can someone named Kendall give us something?
Yes. So I started reading these books by Frida McFadden.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a thriller. She's a mystery.
Yeah, FMF.
Crime.
I know FMF.
Okay, but I want to tell the people, guys, if you're into psychological thrillers, if you're into true crime and crime, she is great. These are quick reads, page turners, my word. I started with the Housemaid series, which is being turned into a movie this year with Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, good.
There's 3 of them. Then
I've been saying, I need Seyfried and Sweeney.
That sounds like a floor show from the 40s.
I've been wanting a buddy cop comedy with Seyfried and Sweeney.
Yeah.
Like a la 48 Hours or Lethal Weapon.
That's it.
But instead they're doing the Housemaids horrors or whatever. The Angry Poet's Housemaid's House.
Guys, they're good. If you're into it, do it. I think they'd also probably be good on Audible.
Sounds like a lot of eavesdropping.
So much. So much.
Yeah, Housemaids be doing it.
They can't help but.
Keep it to yourself when Seyfried is around.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, don't let Sweeney and Seyfried flank you because they're catching all of it in stereo. Seyfried and Sweeney in stereo and all your stuff's on blast.
That's
Front Street on the internet.
And you better not have any secrets.
Because Seyfried and Sweeney get the secrets.
Yeah, they do. But then I moved on to some others. The Boyfriend.
Sure.
The Teacher.
Sure.
The Inmate.
Sure. Sure. It's a lot of those.
And Never Lie was the last one. It was good. But man, guys, I guess these thrillers are what I needed. But I'm sensing that it's time for me to move on to another genre. I think I'm full up with it. I think I need to jump back into some historical fiction.
Sure, because
Maybe
that's
something that makes me feel good.
Because American history
scared.
is far less scary. Well, it's less scary than the American future, but it's...
Listen, happy 2025, guys. But whilst I was reading in my lounge chair, I want to get to these. I know we're getting tight, but I saw and overheard some hilarious things while I was people watching. The first and foremost, and I've mentioned this before, the selfies and the photography that happens around a resort, pool, and at the beach is next level.
Sure.
The Instagram husbands out here doing a 30-minute photo sesh.
That is such the name of a support group. Instagram Husbands Anonymous. IHA. Guys. My name
T-shirts. We need T-shirts.
My name's Troy and I'm an Instagram husband. And everyone's just, welcome, Troy. It's been 17 days since my last selfie. And just...
since I last took a picture of Brandy on the beach.
Brandy and Schlee.
Yes.
And Madison.
Listen, these gentlemen are very patient, and to each his or her own.
Sure, live it.
If you want to do this on the Instagram, it's fine, but it makes me uncomfortable.
Some of us like to take pictures of ourselves in a tropical environment and post it to flex our clout and leave no crumbs.
In a swimsuit, no less.
And some of us like to watch grown men who probably live at home joust with each other while we eat rotisserie chickens. And guys, that's called the spectrum of life. That's just the human condition. Huzzah. Huzzah, I say.
Listen. But there was a lady, in my head, I nicknamed her Zebra Gal, because every day she had on zebra print head to toe.
Sure.
She had a selfie stick. Those are still out there, selfie sticks.
Which is crazy.
Right?
That's crazy.
She, no lie, there was a lounge chair less than 2 feet from me. Yeah. She had that selfie stick going for a good 30 minutes.
Angles.
I don't know how many photos of her in her zebra print visor are on there. But again, to each her own. If that's how she wants to spend her time on vacay, it's fine. I want to spend it with Savory and Sweetie.
I want to spend it hearing Sydney Sweeney tell the secrets that she just overheard from the master of the house to Amanda Seyfried.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. Okay, another thing real quick, and I texted you this that I overheard was in the hot tub. The huge hot tubs are there. Guys, this is real, okay? There was a couple in the hot tub with us. They were older, so sweet, so dear. I had seen them before during the week. They're soaking in the hot tub. The wife starts to get the lifeguard's attention.
Sure.
She says, are you going to be off duty soon? I need you to take another look at this.
Oh, gosh.
She's pointing to her husband's leg.
Yeah.
She said, yelling across the hot tub.
Sure.
I need you to take another look at this. It's starting to seep.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, I have never exited a body of water sooner in my life.
Shoot me out of there. Listen.
What in the actual world,
also,
guys? It's starting to seep.
Hey, hey, Dr. Hasselhoff. Come and tell me, you're a lifeguard. Does she want to actually address the root of the issue, or just say, is this weeping enough to fill a hot tub? It was awful. Does this get under the measurement for how seepy a wound should be in the jacuzzi?
And there is a sign as you enter the hot tub
that says no seeping wounds?
No open wounds.
Okay.
Put a bandage on it. Also, don't yell about it.
Also, a bandage is not going to cut it.
It's like a swim diaper.
Doesn't
hold anything.
You're not allowed in the jacuzzi with me if you have a seeping wound. And that's literally rule number 1 for me. If I had like a bill of rights, if I had a list of rules for Brandon, that's tip top. Don't get in a hot tub with me if your wound is seeping. And then after that, be nice. Be like all the other things. But first and foremost, should I find myself in a hot tub and you come up here with an open wound, gangrenous leg, get out of here.
It was really something. And I remembered why I don't get in hot tubs with other people in public.
Yeah, you have one at home.
I do.
And you know that like a stranger with an open wound isn't just going to like slop up onto your back porch and go whack and just hop in. Got to wash this.
It was so bad, guys. I did see them later being tended to, and I hope he's okay.
If you don't want to see it, just turn on the bubbles. It's under here. If you don't want to see it, turn on the bubbles. If you don't want to see my husband's gangrenous wound,
don't look under the bubbles. Okay, the next day wasn't great. I got a touch of the revenge.
Oh, sure.
The revenge.
So you weren't off duty.
No, not that day. Now, it wasn't terrible, but I was in the room for a lot of the day.
Sure.
Is what I'm saying.
And you stayed out of the hot tub.
But
which is polite.
Right. No, we don't want it. But it wasn't that big of a deal. It didn't impact the trip too negatively. I had Frida to keep me company. Sure. Sydney and Sweeney, whatever, and Seyfried. But the next day I was out and about again. I did step on a bee the next day. It has been many years since I've stepped on a bee, and I forgot how much it hurts.
It's not great.
It hurts so much.
It's not great.
This Mexican bee got me good. I don't know what varietal it was, but man, it really got me good.
In Spanish, it's be.
Bleh, is it? No.
No, that's the letter B.
Anyway, it was a great trip, sweet memories, overall incredible trip, seeping wounds and all, revenge and all, bee stings and all.
Dude, listen, traveladvisor.com review. Hey, everybody, queue up to come to this resort, seeping wounds and all. Also, stepped on a bee. Hope you're not Macaulay Culkin from My Girl. Gah. Although, tahine. They've got tahine, and you can see a zebra in its natural habitat. By the pool, getting litty. Is that what do zebras sound like horses? Or do they at the beginning?
Zebras.
Do they go?
Zebras drink well with others.
They really do, and that's a fact.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time. How's your algorithm? Anything?
I haven't been in it at all. Like I've literally not been on anything.
I haven't been very active. I've had too much reading to do.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Well,
my eyes are shut.
I haven't checked the Instagram. What with all the eavesdropping and all.
True. Okay, what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
I started rewatching the show Bored to Death because I with Ted Danson and Jason Schwartzman and Zach Galifianakis. It's phenomenal. Haven't watched it for years. Been loving that. Watched Wicked. We can talk about that another episode.
We'll talk about that another episode.
Watched Gladiator 2.
I don't think I want to hear what you have to say about it.
You probably don't. But it's not overly negative.
Good.
Gladiator 2.
Okay.
Watch that. So there's a handful of things. Yeah.
Gory.
I mean, it's Gladiator.
Okay. I started No Good Deed on Netflix.
Sure.
With Lisa Kudrow and...
have not even heard of it.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's dark. It's a comedy, but it's dark.
I like Kudrow.
I do too. She's
funny.
great in this.
She's a funny gal.
I'm about 3 episodes in, so I don't know what's coming. Terrible language, though. Don't watch it with your children. Okay. Also, we started English Teacher. And you guys told us...
Great.
We haven't even talked about it.
It's great.
We'll talk more about that next week, but it's on FX.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And reading lots of thrillers, guys. I've also listened to a podcast called Radioactive about the Karen Silkwood mystery here in Oklahoma.
Sure.
Fascinating, especially if you're an Okie native. Anyway, what is your warm heart?
It's going Christmas, retroactively. It's been mine like several weeks in a row, but I'm keeping it because I refuse to acknowledge that Christmas is over. Christmas.
It's the
Christmas.
most wonderful
Christmas.
time
Christmas.
of the year. Okay. Yeah, same.
That's it. Okay, guys. Anyway.
Samesies.
Talk to y'all.
It's my poinsettia sweatshirt.
That's it.
That's what it is. Okay, guys. We're excited to come back with you next week. If you haven't left us a rating or a review, please do that.
Do it. Seeping wounds and all. Okay,
Happy
guys.
2025, everybody. Bye.
Happy 2025. Seeping wounds and all. Okay, bye.
Bye.